Ayo, Nerdcore Dave, back again. This time we're going Gonzo, Hunter S. Thompson style. We're here with Taad.
Yeah.
And we're not even really sure. We just kind of decided to squeeze this one out while we wait for Janine to get here to do our actual video. But there's some important stuff we wanted to go over. Todd brought some stuff, and I figured, what the hell? We could review this right now. Let's rock it out.
Yeah, this is like Gonzo. I didn't even know we were on, but that's all right. We'll just, okay.
All right, so what'd you bring here? Let's see what you got.
I brought a couple obscure things that people might not know that they're out there, or when they pop up, you're wondering what the hell is it? Everybody knows who The Walking Dead is. I'm not personally a fan. I've seen it. Don't collect the books. Have a couple issues. But before The Walking Dead was around, there was the Walking Dead. You never mind. I'm not gonna say what I thought you said. I'll ask you later. This was the original Walking Dead. I'm not sure if the later Walking Dead had to get some kind of clearance to use the title, but there was one before that. This was put out by the Aircell comic book company, and I think it was just a 4-issue little stint. Somewhere I have the first issue CGC'd, but I found the second issue, and I thought it would bear a little bit of attention. So if anybody was ever wondering what it is or where it came from or what's going on. And I did my homework and have no clue what the story is about. But it's got zombies in it, and they're shooting them, and so you get the gist.
Yeah, he stole it.
I don't know.
But who else had zombies and would shoot stuff? I mean, come on.
I don't know. I'm
highly original.
I'm really interested to find out if there was some sort of dynamic between the two, because there had to be something addressed, So, but
I remember when I first saw those things, they were in a box. You had a couple comic boxes in your living room, and I was just digging through them to see what you had in there. And I remember when I saw it, my mind was blown. I was like, I didn't know there was a pre-Walking Dead, which I'm assuming it doesn't have anything to do with, you know what I mean? But it's still neat, dude. And I think I looked them up not too long after that, and I think they did gain a little value because of that show.
Actually, now I think the 4 issues, I think they average $30 to $40.
They were probably bargain bin books before that, and then because of that TV show.
Like I said, I don't even know why I bought them, probably because of the horror aspect. But I didn't even bother to get the last 2 issues. I got the first 2, and I guess moved on to,
greener pastures, deader pastures.
It's just, you know what it was. That's how my collecting went. It was that erratic. So probably, and I still use that approach today.
What's the interior artwork? Is it all right?
I think it's just black and white, and I don't know.
Most of those especially the older independents, were black and white.
Yeah, it's probably looked like a very talented high school student did it, So I mean, I don't remember it like jumping off the page and going, "Wow, this is." So, but check it out for yourself. If you could find a cheap issue, by all means, pick it up. If nothing else,
I wouldn't spend $40 on a set. I would.
I don't plan on completing the set. But
unless you find it in a bargain bin or something, or really
probably they would all be in a bargain bin if it wasn't for the Walking Dead show and the popularity of the comic book which ensued. So but hey, if you see them, that's what they are.
It's kind of neat, especially if you're a Walking Dead collector. I'd want them if I was a Walking Dead collector.
That's what I meant, just as far as the esoteric sort of connection to the show today. But there you go. That's pretty much. We've probably given that more attention than it bears.
Let's take a look at this one since it's sitting up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. I picked this one up, and Dave actually knew a little bit more about the storyline than I did, but that's not why I brought it. Dave said it was Quest Probe was sort of. It sounded almost to me like what the Dazzler aspect of the comic book was. Dazzler
were trying to break into the music industry.
Yeah, they were trying to bring them into it, and this brought in a video game. Correct? Was it called?
I think it was. It was called Quest Probe, and I think it was like, I don't know. It might have been for Commodore 64. I mean, this is way back in the 80s. And before everybody had a computer.
Yeah, but what was unique about this? Has actually nothing to do with the title, and that was very good of Dave to bring it to our attention about the Quest Probe. And there was 3 issues, by the way. It wasn't all Spider-Man. I think one's the Hulk and
X-Men, maybe.
Could be. But what made this one interesting is it happens. It is a double cover. They're out there.
You sure this isn't an illusion by Mysterio?
You know what? If it is, I really got my money's worth because I'm gonna tell you what. You know what? If buy all the Mysterio books because if he does stuff like this, you know. But at any rate, I don't know how well you can see that, but it is a double covered book. I don't really know how much more it adds to the value of the comic.
It used to not. It used to not.
Little bit.
I remember my friends used to give me shit for. They used to give me shit because I always had to have the newsstand and the direct. And whenever I try to see one of these double covers, I'd want it. And it doesn't add to the value. It doesn't add to the value. Now I don't know about the double covers, but now you see the newsstand variants go for more than the regular do. So you know what I mean. Yeah. It shows how much the market changes. So there might be a market at some point for double covers.
I don't. You know what it's one of those things that kind of irritates me because you're really sort of getting away from the nature of the comic book. I mean, is the story any good? You know,
Right,
I mean,
right.
is the art any good? Is there anything that speaks to you other than it was a manufacturing mistake? You know? As I say that, we're talking about a double cover book that I bought.
Dude, but you know what? Like, it's the same with the variants. I just watched a video this morning, and the guy that was reviewing the new Batgirl, while he's reviewing top 10 for the week or whatever.
Yeah.
And the new Batgirl came out that you just commented on. And he was like, it was like number 7 or something, I don't know. And he was like, he looked at it and he goes, why? And he goes, it's because of that cover. He's like, cause it basically alluded to the fact that he thought the Batgirl series sucks. But it'll sell because the covers are amazing by Josh Middleton. Man.
Yeah, I mean,
they're amazing.
I would never argue that point. I mean,
I buy them. I can't help it. Them and Martinez, I can't help but buy them.
well, I mean, you know, I mean, like I said, that goes back to Frazetta. I mean, just look at any of his paintings, and you argue to me, but yeah, you know, is there a comic book for this or anything? No, not at all. I mean, sometimes a badass piece of art, I should say, is a badass piece of art. It's like, damn, you know,
one on the art, man.
So, you know, I mean, if it speaks to you for that reason, for the cover, then yeah. But as far as like newsstand and that, you know what? I will always buy those, and I will always sell those, so I can buy something that I might actually read. You know, but I mean, if there's a market for that, by all means, embrace it. Go for it.
You see, I've been trading in those variants and stuff I've been getting, and hot books that I've been pulling out of the bargain bins to get like meaningful, legit key like Silver Age books, like that Fantastic Four, like the Janine got that Black Lightning. What else did I get? Shit, I can't even remember. But anyways, like I want there. You know, there's those books are only going to be hot for a certain amount of time or a certain reason.
If you use those as a stepping stone to get to the things that you want, and other people want them, then you know that's what it's all about. By all means, but I think some of it's a little silly.
It is.
Sometimes they get a little carried away.
And I think, you know, I was discussing this with the guy at the comic shop the other day too. Is I think that a lot of this, and it's not that I have anything against the CBSI and all that stuff, because I like it, I watch it, and I do buy into the speculation a bit. I like to speculate just because it's fun, and I'll go dig into bargain bins for those books that are hot. But once they announce that, it manipulates the market, because once you say that it's hot, now everybody wants it, and everybody's going out there paying 10, 20, 30, 40, 180.
Is it hot because they just said it?
Right.
Or is it hot because it was actually selling and somebody noticed it?
Right.
Know? Hey, you know what? A prime example, Dave, and you will probably say you're right. How long have I been ranting about Sabrina and the Archie stuff and Robert Hack? I've been saying it for like 2 years.
Yeah, I remember that one day you brought me a whole stack of Sabrinas and told me this is what you need to be buying.
I was like, I'm telling you, this is way cooler than it was. That's actually what got me back into comics and checking stuff out again. And because I'm like.
Well, it was the Afterlife with Archie, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, after I just started seeing some of the covers, and I'm like, what is going on? You know, it was one of those never the twain shall meet moments. You know, it's like, Archie and what? You know? I mean, I'm like, I have to see what's up with this, you know. And it was actually really well written, and, you know, had the horror element, and, I mean, come on, man. Archie's an American staple.
Didn't have him screaming that he's going to beat off 3 guys, though, did it?
Well, maybe not the off part.
I'm sorry, I'm paranoid about this running out of space ever since.
That's a good. Right. We're gonna have to do another one of those sweet edits. All right,
nobody knows that on that nobody has commented once that it just switched and we edited.
It was so seamless. I'm telling you, man. George Lucas, look out! All right. I brought
I need
this
to add
one.
some pews in there. Pew, pew, pew. All right, good.
Dead World is probably another precursor to The Walking Dead. Same premise. What would Night of the Living Dead, the movie, okay, kind of set the tone for the world being taken over by zombies, which they don't want to call them that. And some of the comic books came. Wonder what was before that. Do you think it was
The zombie
Bela Lugosi with White Zombie, maybe?
Well, yeah, the zombies before that were ones that were brought back to life through witchcraft, or not really brought back to life. Like
that was all Haitian.
yeah, like Haitian stuff,
Yeah.
like that. That was a zombie. Then George Lucas changed it, but I remember watching interviews with him where he was
Not
bitching
George
saying,
Lucas.
or George. Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank.
Uh-oh, come on.
Ah, you fucked me up. But anyway,
You're zombified.
I think I had a little too much Haitian juju.
Yeah.
But anyways, he was complaining because he said they were never meant to be zombies. They were meant to be flesh eaters. They're cannibals.
Yeah.
And that was, but everybody just started calling them zombies. And then I think with this series, they took it to the next. Everybody started putting the twists on the zombies.
Mm-hmm.
So this one, they were more cognizant of what they were doing. Like they were like they're riding motorcycles and shit like that. Like
Okay.
you know what I mean? They're more able-bodied than your
More cognizant to the outside, interaction and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Like they're still human. They're just zombies. You know what I mean? Like they still have their.
I'll take Romero for $300. How's that? Okay. So anyway,
Caesar Romero.
yeah. That's not a mustache under that makeup.
That's a caterpillar.
Yeah. So I found that while I was going through the boxes and just thought, check it out.
Those are ones I've been finding in the bargain bins I've been buying because some of the covers are just so brutal, dude. I have one where he's eating like a baby and it's graphic as hell, man.
This did not begin with The Walking Dead. There's a lot of really cool history, to go back, and check out. That was way before Rick and all the crew started running around and doing their thing. So we're kind of fortunate. We get to see some of those places, and I'll leave it at that. But anyway, okay, that's just a little show and tell today. That's what I wanted to bring in. Go look them up, check them out, see what you think. Write it down. You heard it here first.
Dead core.
Write that down. Look that up.
It'll be on the quiz. Hey, I wanted to show these guys. Actually, I'm going to do a whole video on this kind of stuff. But when I was going through those that 50-cent bin haul that I got, that we're going to be doing a report on here soon, in the next half hour, I found this is one of those. This is a halfback. Okay.
Okay.
So it's a halfback board, and if you look at that, Todd. This came from a comic that I'm going to assume that was in there the whole time as a Punisher number 59 or 60. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to assume it's been in that comic that entire time. I just am because the bag was beat to shit. Mm-hmm. Look at that. That shows how good these boards are, dude. There's no acid, no yellowing. Look how white that is.
And trust me, I have some boards that you could pull it out and actually read the comic on it.
I'm going to do a whole video on the stuff I find in these boxes because I save them. I save those. And this is another example of shit I found. Have you ever seen anything like this?
You know what? I have seen them with the one side white and the other side just cardboard.
I have some of those too, but I've never seen. Look, there's 3 of them, man. This isn't like a fluke.
These are almost
4 of them.
These almost seem like to the point where they were just stiffeners. Like people still didn't get the archival angle just yet.
Is that what it is? They put aluminum on there or something? It's not just.
Dude, I don't know. Is this a standard size comic? Will this back a standard size comic?
It's current.
Because I'm like they didn't get this out of like the shoebox or anything and saying
no, it fit right in that bag. But you know what was weird was maybe you're right. Maybe it's supposed to be a stiffener, but they had this side against the comic. Mm-hmm. But I was looking at it and I'm like, if this is the twist, and maybe you're right because I didn't get that. That's not what I got from it. I was like, why wouldn't you have it against this if this was the selling?
This seems like the extremely finished side, to me. So I don't know. I still to this day I pull comic books boards out while I'm replacing them, and I get the matte side up against the comic. This is the glossy side that goes, right? Because the whole time I'm like, am I doing this wrong? Do I have to take every single one of these out and flip them over again? But and it even says on the comic book when you open it, it says single finish side glossy, something to that effect. So apparently there is a right side and a wrong side. So
I'll tell you what, I do want to, aside from these hauls where maybe all the books aren't perfect, like these cheapy hauls, unless it's like a higher grade one I find in there, which I do find really high grade ones in there sometimes, I would like to switch to My Light 2s and halfbacks, you know what I mean, and fullbacks for the good comics, for the legit. So that's probably going to be my plan for 2019, is to run with the My Lights and the halfbacks, or at least the halfbacks, and maybe those bags that we get from that one distributor or the one retailer, because those bags are amazing, and they're so close to My Lights, but they're so much cheaper.
Every once in a while, whenever I get like a bag, like maybe the top 3, the front will be like crunched. You could tell where they vacuumed the bag shut, and then they're wrinkled. I'm like, whatever, But sometimes a couple of them aren't too pretty. Hey, throw them away if it bothers you that much.
Those ones that we were getting from that retailer, you mean?
Yeah.
I found a couple bad ones in there, and I found a couple that were too small. But those bags are so nice that I don't know if I really care. You know what I mean? Like I said, they're so close to My Lights.
Hey, you know what? That's another thing that we need to address.
What's that?
Like these. I put these in here, and probably if I handed this to you, you'd be like, wow, this is a really nice book. You would be amazed.
When you take it out.
Yeah, you're like, that's not the same book. I mean, I guarantee if you put these in one of these bags and give it to somebody, it ups the grade at least 2 points.
No doubt.
I've gotten books home and then taken them out and been like, but they were like out of the dollar bin, but
right, yeah. Even the cheap shitty bags make it clean up a lot, man. They affect the grade to the eye.
Yeah, what it does is it levels out the shine, so when you're buying, by all means, if you're going to dump some money on a book, take it out of that bag, because that is not extremely accurate.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna be a little. What do we got?
Show this.
Okay.
All right, I picked this up over the weekend, and I got it. No, it's actually an eraser, man. Check that out. It's a mechanical eraser, but it's one of those white erasers, so it's an eraser.
I see where you're going with this. Well,
so
we are going to be practicing in the quarter bin, aren't we?
Yes. So it's basically an eraser like this. So these erasers the white erasers theoretically don't tear the paper. Now they're not like a kneaded eraser. Like a kneaded eraser will lift the pencil, the graphite right off the paper and never rip it. I think if you really lay into this, it's going to take the paper. But yeah, so anyways, this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to try dry cleaning the white on some of these cheapy comics
just
and
see what you can do.
Yeah, why not? I mean, got all these 50-cent books and stuff.
Yeah.
What the hell, man? And look how that's a pretty fine tip right there. It says extra fine tip. With an eraser, I'm not sure how fine you can get, but I was thinking I could take a razor blade and probably just sharpen it up just a little bit for the really tight areas, and so that was one of the things I'm going to piss around with. But this was supposed to be like $7, and I had a 40% off coupon, so I got it for like $4. We'll see what happens.
Where'd you get that? What arts and crafts store did you get that?
I actually went to Michael's, and if you go to Michael's, man, or Joanne, or any of these craft stores, make sure you download the app and look at the coupons, because there's always a coupon, because these craft stores way overprice everything on because they
know that if you're gonna
they intend to have those coupons. That's the thing.
You could wonder if Hobby Lobby carries something like that too.
Oh, I'm sure.
So.
Then, after the 50-cent haul, we realized Janine and I both needed a box and bags and boards. I went through that bags and boards, so I got over 100 comics, man. And so we ran up to the only retailer that was open on Sunday, and while we were there, we're like, it's a place that had the half-off sale on the brand new books that were in the boxes up front.
Oh, okay.
And I grabbed this off the shelf because I didn't order this. This is that Josh Middleton Batgirl number 30. This is actually the book we were just talking about. But yeah, it was a cover buy. And then we dug in that half off bin, and I grabbed these Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows. This is number 2. This is the first Mary Jane as the Spinneret. Oh, crash and burn.
Spider senses are tingling.
I wanted at least one of each one of these, and this is they say it's nothing on the app, but
yeah,
that's her on the cover right there. So that's the Spiderling. That's number 3.
I think you got that upside down.
But
she's hanging upside down.
No.
Oh, okay, I see. They wrote Amazing Spider-Man at the bottom.
but-
Crafty Devils. Look
But
at that.
this is number 4, and this is actually her first appearance in this.
I think I
Now-
have that.
Okay.
I think.
So how can it be her first appearance if she's already on the cover once? Because I know that Gwenpool's first appearance is on a Howard the Duck, and they count that as the first appearance.
I think Daredevil 115 is actually the first appearance of her. You know, all those years ago. We get
Daredevil number 1.
There's that. Well, no, that, 181 Hulk into 115. It's like now what?
But I also grabbed one of these third prints of Riri Williams' Invincible Iron Mans.
Okay.
I don't have any of them, so I figured, what the hell? I don't have a printing of that. I just have one. Then we ran across to a half-price books, and I saw 2 things in there I wanted to get, but I put the one back because, just like you said, it went in the bag, it looked good, but when I looked in the corner, not so much. But it was still like a high grade. Was an $18 book. It was a Justice League. It was the third variant of Justice League number 1 from New 52. But I was like, I don't know why I put it back. I probably should have grabbed it for $2.
Yeah.
But because I don't have one. But I ended up grabbing this. It's the What If number 44. What If Venom Possessed the Punisher? I don't have that.
They must have restocked that because I didn't see that in there when I was probably in there a month ago. It's been a while.
Well, Janine and I went in and we were like, we're just going to look real quick and see what, if they got any new books up front, because they usually put them up front. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, we're already in here. Let's go take a walk. And I just looked at the front and I could see there was a bunch of Detective Comics and Batmans and Conans that I don't remember being in there. So we dug through it real fast. And
I'm interested to see if the Conans blow up now that Marvel has picked them back up and everybody's reading it, and it's great from what I understand.
I heard that too. I heard it's pretty good.
You know, but this is the part of the part of the play where I get irritated because Robert E. Howard and Conan's been around since the 30s, and all of a sudden he's going to be cool, and it drives me.
Well, I think that the game changer on Conan is going to be the fact that they're supposed to bring him into the regular Marvel universe.
Yeah. Now,
so that's going to be something I definitely, honestly, I want to check it out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was the whole thing that kind of probably, like I said earlier, that frustrated me in my collecting was I was a Conan fan, and I bought a lot of that. And in the Conan, canon, there's like really no key issues because he didn't interact with anybody else. Like, what is it? 16 and 17 is the first Red Sonja appearance, and after that it kind of was like meh.
You know what the hot book's going to be now with Conan? The What If Conan Was Alive Today, because it's going to be the first Conan in the Marvel universe.
No, there's 2 of those. One of them,
the one with the gun, that's the second one.
Okay, yeah. No, the other one has him like backed up against the wall in a spotlight, with a sword, and
that's the one. That's the one that's going to be worth money, I bet.
Yeah.
For a time, it's going to get hot and then it'll cool back.
That was one of the ones that I definitely bought as a kid. I would not be shocked if my copy isn't that great because I know I read that more than once. So
yeah,
but let's see. Conan will be the flavor of the month, and then. So
I think they're going to tie it in.
What all the cool kids are doing.
They're tying it in because the cover, I think it's called like No Road Home or Long Road Home or something. It's going to tie into it's going to be the Avengers book, but the logo looks just like the No Surrender, which is the Immortal Hulk ones up there. See it up there?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like that. So I think it's going to tie into that cave that the Immortal Hulk was in and all that stuff. I think that's going to be some kind of, I don't know, dimensional vortex or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? Or maybe Gateway to Hell. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be, but.
Now, who did hold the copyright for a while that was doing it before Marvel got it back?
I think it was IDW. I think it was kind of popular, actually.
Well, Conan always was cool, but once it hits Marvel and then it really takes off again, and then you get all the bandwagon jumpers and stuff. Hey man, I could probably do a whole hour video on Conan and the history of Conan and Robert E. Howard, and that was actually where
Crumb.
Yeah, I thought it was Cron. Well, you were doing Arnold okay, I got you, but that was actually, like I had said before, what got me out of comic books was I started moving into the pulps and finding those authors and picking up weird tales and stuff like that, where you
were diversifying,
where Conan was actually born. So
cool.
But wait, yeah, okay, yeah. You said we were just going to ramble and roll,
Yeah.
and we did. We're way off topic,
All right.
but we could do this all day. So
Let's
you
do
know.
this. I got this Unknown Comics. I got another box
Uh-oh.
from Unknown Comics. I don't know what
Is
it
it-
is. Remember I said today had all these crazy
Wait,
sales? Or it might be the replacement for that
I
book.
think. Wait a second. Oh no. I think what you should do if it's an unknown, I think you should do this with a brown paper bag on your head.
The Amazing Bagman.
No, wasn't it the unknown comic? You had the paper
Oh,
bag.
yeah. I forgot about that. That's hilarious. I forgot about that guy.
Next time, we'll have to get
The
you.
Unknown Comics.
We'll get you a cool paper bag. All right, go ahead. What do you got?
So I don't know. Like I said, this could be a replacement for that book that I got damaged, or it could be an
it
order.
could be socks.
It might be one of the employees' ears. Maybe
Yeah, but
you
you
might
might
realize
wanna-
they love me so much.
You might want to look in there before you show anybody. Uh-oh.
Gemini mailer. We love the Gemini mailers. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Boom. God bless the Gemini mailers. Whoever came up with that idea
I
is
put
amazing.
those in the fire.
Do you really?
Yeah.
No,
every once
keep
in a while.
those, dude, in case you got to ship out a comic.
I got other boxes I could ship out.
Oh, that's what she said.
But those are like origami. Like it flips over this way and it tucks in, and it's actually very slick. But
Hey, you know what? Something else I wanted to talk about too, and I'm going to talk about it when I do this other video.
this
You could tell this is Scotch brand tape.
because it comes off.
Yeah, because it comes
I
off. If
know.
you get the cheapy imposter
It's
shit,
like-
it don't come off,
I
man.
know, I
So
know.
spend the extra nickel or 20 cents, or even if it's $1, and get the Scotch brand, dude.
It like welds itself.
Yeah.
Dude, you know how many bags I've trashed trying to get a piece of tape off it and torn
Dude,
it?
no doubt, dude. And then, because I actually had one stick to the cover today, because you know what I did? I was a dumbass. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I didn't take the fucking tape off and then pull the comic out.
You know,
and then I had to sit there and baby it. And
I know you told me to tape them all. I refuse to do it. Tape drives me up a wall.
Tape 'em all.
I went up. Ain't happening. Nope.
tape them all, let God sort them out.
You're gonna have to break into my house and go through that box and do them. I'm not doing it. Nope.
You can buy a case. You know what? I'll split a case of that, the refills, tape refills with you if you
For
want.
what?
So you can tape.
I'm not taping. I'm telling you right now. I'm tapeless. I will be untaped. I'm an ex-tape man.
I think I can.
This is riveting. I'm gonna.
This is like.
That apparently that isn't a
How do you-
Scotch tape right there.
How do you keep an idiot?
They put one piece of tape on there that's not Scotch brand.
You gotta find it. It's like the toenail in the coconut cream pie or whatever.
That was a big hit. You know, I didn't need any, but it was fun watching everybody else.
Shit. No, I just tore that one.
See?
God, I suck.
Can't you just lift it? Can't you just lift the book?
I could cut it.
And then you got two pieces of tape.
Then I got 2 pieces of tape.
And then you're gonna only half tape it.
I tore that one too.
See?
Oh, God. Duh. Crumb!
Scotch!
Hey, Todd. Since we were on the subject of Conan, what's best in life?
Crush your enemies, your lamentations of women, and see them driven before you. Not in that order, though.
Not necessarily in that order.
Nah, well, this is after, we got into the mead. So, crush your enemies.
Who let Todd in the meat again?
That's all right. Taad did. We're gonna have to get that.
Dude, this is that same piece. I think they really did do that.
I'm telling you, somewhere there's a 19-year-old kid who
All right.
packed that. He's laughing his ass off right now.
Let's see what up with this shit.
You're gonna need one
Ooh.
cocaine fingernail.
Look at this. I needed one of these. I don't have one of these. Ain't that pretty?
Yeah, you got one.
That
now.
is the Unknown Comics variant of Venom #1. There was a 4. It was a 4 set of 4. So I got that. Chow. Then, do you know what this is? This is an homage to?
Oh boy, look what you're gonna make me do here.
Come on, man. You know this.
I can't see it very well. This looks like that Spider-Man one where he's coming up out of the grave.
The Craven's Last Hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is the Hunt for Wolverine Unknown Comics. I think it's the Unknown Comics variant. It's definitely a variant. But, yeah, it's an homage to the Craven. That's why I got it, just because I was like, oh, dude, that's
You know,
badass.
that was one of the things that. Did you remember buying that
What's that? Yeah, it's...
with a pencil? Yep.
So, well, it's not the pencil here, right? Then I got this. I have one of these already, but for the price they were selling it for, I think this is like $2 or something.
Yeah.
This is the first cover appearance of the Null symbiotes. So I was like, you know what? I need that. And then here's the sweet baby. This is the one I actually wanted, and then this, like I said, this cell was crazy. But it is the Venom number 3 variant. This is the Color Splash variant. So you can see that's bad as hell. So yeah, so that's that.
Who signed that?
Nobody.
Apparently JW had fun with the tapes.
Is that LW?
Could be
Or
S.
is that a music note and ball sack?
Or it could be a set of crooked boobs.
So anyways.
Yeah,
boom.
right.
Oops. I had my address on. Oh. well.
That's not word. That's...
Hopefully my finger was there. But anyways. Is that it? Is that it until Janine gets here?
Oh yeah. What do we got? We're gonna play. Guessing game, huh?
We are. We're gonna let you sit, and we got all these to show you. So we're gonna definitely tune in for the next video. But I guess for now we'll nerdcore out, huh?
That's it.
Nerdcore out.